Well, you guys ask, you guys receive. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am, because how could I not be? We're back with Jimi Hendrix, man. The Jimi Hendrix experience, yet again. We've done a lot in the past few weeks, and I have become a Jimi head. It's kind of funny that I thought, everyone has those like preconceived notions going into stuff, and I knew he was good, but I did not realize how good he was. I mean, they don't do it justice. The words that we use, it's crazy. Like I said, he's like a comet streaking through the atmosphere, and we're just a bunch of savages watching him go by, and that's what we got. We're going to a track that I've actually already done, the original, which is another Bob Dylan cover, which was All Along the Watchtower. We've done a video, which is a comparison video of Like a Rolling Stone. It was Bob Dylan and Jimi Hendrix, which apparently Jimi was a really big Bob fan. And this one is, we did All Along the Watchtower almost a year ago, I think. It was the first Bob Dylan track I ever did, and that was before a lot of the subscribers, I think, that are watching the channel now actually subscribed, so you might want to go check it out. It's in the Bob Dylan playlist, I believe. But we're going to be checking out, it's Jimi's version. It's off Electric Ladyland, which was his third and final album, or the Jimi Hendrix Experience, his last album. It was released in, I believe, 1968, right? Yep, 1968, and yeah, let's do it. And if you guys have any other suggestions by Jimi, you can leave them down below, or if you actually want me to really do them, then you can send a request in via PayPal or Patreon, which is down below. All right, Jimi Hendrix Experience, All Along the Watchtower, and thank you to our patron Scott for requesting this. You rock, brother. 3, 2, 1, go. What a picture.
Must be some kind of way out of here. Say the joker to the thief. There's too much confusion. I can't get no relief. Businessman there, drink my wine. Plowman, dig my earth. None will ever own the mine. Nobody of it is worth. Hey,
Mitch.
No reason to get excited. The thief be kindly spoke. There are many here among us who feel that life is but a joke. But you and I, we've been through that, and this is not our fate. So let us start talking falsely now. The hour's getting late. Hey!
Mitch is going nuts. Oh, those tom hits are sex. Jimi loves playing with the sound like that. It's so cool. Wow, dude.
Princess kept of you while all the women came and went. Barefoot servants too.
can't be over, man. That's not fair. No, it's not over. Oh no, it is. Shit. Yep. Sorry, I tried to wish it back into existence. Man. That ending. Holy shit. Like, what? Sorry, my brain is still... The gears are kind of like turning slow. That was incredible. How did they get to such a high climax that quick? That was like a 4 minute and 1 second long track. And it felt like there was a whole ass buildup of like 5 minutes. I just realized that. That was so quick. It was over so quick, but it felt so long at the same time. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going to try and find it. Man, so I looked at the chronology on this record, on Electric Ladyland. Jimi Hendrix, Noel Redding, Mitch Mitchell. Dave Mason played the 12-string guitar on this song. And that is it. There was someone else that it said on the other one. If I look at the single itself, it has Brian Jones also doing assorted percussion, and then Eddie Kramer and Gary Kelgren were the engineers. The B-side was featured Burning of the Midnight Lamp, which you guys have definitely asked for a bunch too. I've had so many different comments from so many different people asking for a lot of different Jimi, and I really appreciate all of you guys. Eventually, you're probably going to get to it all, man. I'm not going to lie. Then I find bands that I really, really enjoy and artists that are just as prolific as he is. I'm going to listen to it all more than likely. That's what I did with The Who. That's what I did. You know, even though I still have plenty of stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Just examples of like bands that... And the same thing with Yes. I've basically gone through every Yes album that exists other than a couple of their later ones. Like, at least a few songs from each one. And because I fell in love with Yes. I heard Close to the Edge and I was completely sold after that, you know? Jimi, it wasn't even the first song, because the first song I heard by him was the Star Spangled Banner of Woodstock, which absolutely melted my skull, you know what I mean? But then we kind of slowly worked into it, and then Joel requested a bunch of stuff, and then Scott requested a couple videos, like this one and the Purple Haze one. And I in a short amount of time, I've gotten exposed to so much of his music, you know, and I'm not going to lie, it kind of outshines a lot of the stuff that I listen to on the channel sometimes. I'm not, again, that's just my personal taste, you know, shining through, I guess, but we listen to a lot of good music on this channel, like we straight up do. I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, because more than half of it is you guys, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's just crazy that this guy is so good that he stands out even amongst legends and legends of music that we listen to. And he was only here for a very short amount of time within the artistic world, you know? And it's crazy that he had to go to the UK to even get a chance to do whatever he, you know, was going to do. And he got Mitch and Noel, and they formed their band, and they're literally just 3 people. And that sound that they get, like that fullness in the guitar riff that's highlighted by Mitch's drumming on that like main riff that they use, you know, that's crazy. That came out in 68. And we also did a video today from, you know, Iron Butterfly right there, Indagada da Vida. You know, we did a drum cover of that, and that was from the same year, you know. And there's just so much that was happening in that year, 68. It's kind of crazy that, you know, there might be repeat things happening in that year of this year, you know. But that's just how cycles work, and there are plenty of them within our lives, within the micro, the macro, all of it, man. I would definitely categorize Mitch's drumming on this as frenetic and jazzy, but at the same time, it almost had a real hard rock tinge to it, and some of his snare and the tom hits, man, you could feel those motherfuckers, bro. You really could. He is such a great foil to Jimi, as a commenter so eloquently put it, because they just like play off each other so well. Of course, Noel does his thing too, man, but honestly, Mitch and Jimi are just so... It's kind of like in Rush... how Alex is kind of outshined by Neil and Getty at ways, but he's still amazing in his own right, you know? He's just outshined because he's next to like two titans of the industry. That's kind of like what it feels like here, you know, Mitch and, you know, Jimmy, but alas, all three of them add a lot to the sound, but I just really appreciate how Jimmy uses every bit of the guitar, even when he's not actually really the main focus of the sound in that section. He will just do little like effects. I'll use that quote unquote, just using his guitar to make little weird sounds and ambient noises and such, just to kind of fill in the space for the rest of the music for, you know, Noel and for Mitch. And I think that's really, really cool. He is a once in a lifetime kind of talent, and he was taken away too soon, man. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff to get through, but at the same time there's not, you know. So that kind of makes me sad. But the stuff that I have heard so far has just been absolutely mind-melting, and I cannot believe what it was like to listen to this when it came out. It must have been a one hell of a trip, and half the people were probably tripping themselves, so it was probably even better. So you guys were super lucky. But I digress. That was a wonderful track. Thank you, Scott. As always, my friend, I really appreciate your request, bro. You just know how to pick them, honestly. You really do, bro. Everyone's a hit, it feels like, and I appreciate that, man. I don't know what else to add, though. I really liked this version compared to Dylan's version. Obviously, I like this way more. And I have heard Dylan's version, and it's a good song, obviously. It's a great, legendary song, even, you know, if you want to put it that way. But I feel like Jimmy's completely different rendition of it here, completely, just like he did to the genre, it revolutionizes this song in a way, and it totally gives it a facelift that you didn't think it needed, but once you see it, the results afterwards, you're like, oh my, yeah. Well, I'm glad you did that. And I bet Bob loved it too. But I don't know that. I'm just guessing, but I would if I was him. I think that's it. Thanks for watching. If you want to pick the next Jimi Hendrix video, this is how you do it. This is a Patreon right here, right? Ooh, that's a picture of it. If you join... there's certain tiers, like basically it all depends. If for a Jimi Hendrix song, you probably want to join like the 15 and 30 tier, because I doubt there's one under 3 minutes that's, you know, worth doing a video over. That's like the $10 tier. But if you just go look on Patreon, you can join. All the rules are there. All everything's laid out in the instructions when you join. And if you have any questions, you can always message me, and you can join the Discord server as well. That's for patrons only. And if you have a problem, you can always just voice your concerns in there, and someone could help you there, or they'll alert me to, you know, come fix it for you, and we'll get it worked out. But yeah, there's also PayPal as well in the description if you want to send a request in that way. That doesn't like follow the confines of the Patreon request rules, so it might get played the next day, it might get played 30 days later. You never know. With the PayPal request, it's kind of a roll of the dice, but it'll get done though, I promise. That is it. Thanks for watching, my friends. I will see you later.